Hello everyone, welcome, my name is Baron, and today I want to talk to you guys, I want to elaborate on a previous video I did. So I did a video on my wish list, and there was one of the things on there that I said that I would touch up on more. So that's what I want to do for this video. Hopefully I don't freeze here. I did the other day, I logged off, I went on Warframe, and in terms of playing the game, there's not much that I can do, but anyway. So I missed the developer live stream. Sadly, I had the plan to watch the live stream all the way through. It would actually be my first live stream from the devs that I've watched, but I missed it. Something came up, I got busy. So I know Aragon did a video, and I basically commented, and I basically asked if has anything been said about the freezing, and yeah, not much was said about the freezing. But they did say that there might be a console preview server coming. If that is true, if a console preview server is coming, that would be absolutely amazing for console players. And it would probably make my idea for a training queue, obsolete. So, what I mean by that is, you've got these queues here. I've mentioned this before, but that was a long time ago. But when you click private here, go down to match options, you've got these here. You've got hardcore mode, you've got reduce item levels to minimum, and you've got to keep queue group together. There needs to be a training run here. Like, you don't get anything for it, but people need to learn how to do certain dungeons. How long has Barovia been out and people still don't know Ravenloft? In fact, when you run a random queue here, random advanced, you've got T9, Ravenloft, Lair of the Mad Mage. So even IC has been removed. Now before IC was removed, people wanted to do IC more than wanting to do Ravenloft. And to me that made no sense. Like, I pugged a group and we got a Ravenloft, and I was like, yeah, okay, let's just go. So I ran on ahead and people were voting to abandon. So it wasn't necessary. I mean, Ravenloft isn't all that difficult. I'd have helped them through, I'd have told them what to do. But we abandoned it. And then IC popped up in the next group, the next queue. IC popped up. And then they were like, yeah, let's do IC. And I'm thinking, so you can do IC, but you can't do Ravenloft when Ravenloft is substantially easier. There's a lot of guilds out there who kind of stay within their cliques. And what I mean about cliques is they'll recruit a member, and then that member will be left on their own for the most part. The cliquey guilds usually just play with the same people over and over again. They don't really invite newer people that they've recruited. They usually just leave them be and let them just get on with whatever they're doing. And that is part of the reason that a lot of people do not know these dungeons. So all I can think to help people out is to do training, a training option. Again, you don't have to give us a chest at the end. It's literally just for training purposes and learning the actual dungeon and learning the mechanics. So it doesn't matter if there's a chest at the end or not. I'll be happy if there's not a chest, but we shouldn't have to keep spending AD on food, potions, scrolls. Scrolls is a big one. We shouldn't be spending all this AD when we're still training. There should be an option to make it a training run. Maybe we don't gain out of it, but as soon as like we've got the dungeon down to a T, we can be like, okay, yeah, we're ready, let's go do a proper run of it, and then that's where the chest is. Or maybe the developers can introduce something that's going to make people want to learn stuff. I think people still don't know Cradle. Cradle's been out, oh my god, was Cradle mod 15? No, maybe mod 14. I think Cradle was mod 14, people still don't know it. Tiamat, a lot of people don't know that. It's relatively simple, but I've had to type in the text chat a couple of times Uh, Again, they're not hard dungeons, but when you've got about 4 people who don't know what they're doing, it can become more of a carry and more stressful than what it needs to be. Svardborg, again, can you remember Svardborg where everyone was trying to get the banner? Everyone wanted that completion, and now like no one, there's no reason to run Svardborg. Svardborg's a really good place. I like Master Svardborg, but there's no reason to run it. All of these dungeons here, all of them, not them, they're not epic. Where are the epic dungeons? Okay, anyway, all these dungeons, these are the epic dungeons. These should all be worth farming in some way. Now, telling us that, yeah, you can get a legendary insignia, which is like 1 in 200, it's not worth it. It's really not. Yeah, all these dungeons, they give very minimal astral diamonds, if I remember correctly. I think it's only FBI, Spell Plague, and then the advanced dungeons that give a nice chunk of rough AD. But I've already had my say on the rough AD, it doesn't belong in the game. But I think in terms of the advanced dungeon, even though they have actually taken out IC, people need to learn Barovia. People need to learn Ravenloft. T9G is relatively easy, but people still don't know Lair of the Mad Mage. You're supposed to group up on the Worm. People just stand away from each other, and then they let the tank take the beatings, and then they let the healers do it. Sure, if your tank can actually do that, that's one thing, but if your tank can't do that, then you've got to group up. It's a mechanic. You've got Octoria and Lom, the first boss. People really don't know what they're doing there. We were selecting colours in this private group, not private, in this random group. We were all selecting colours. We were typing in the group chat, yeah, I'm blue, I'm yellow, I'm pink. And people didn't know what to do. It's like, why are we saying colours? They picked a corner, but they were like, why do I have to be in the corner? Meanwhile, mimics were charging at us, like charging towards the centre. And we basically were overrun by mobs in the end, so it's fine if people don't know it. I mean, the end gamers, the casual end gamers, we can usually just tell them what to do. However, I think there definitely needs to be a training queue. I think that's what will help people a lot more than anything else. And yeah, have we froze? No, we haven't froze. Okay. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this idea in the training queue. A lot of people have said that I should be a bit more positive because we've got Cryptic have a new director and he actually plays the game and all this. And that's fine being positive. I try to be positive all I can. But this is Neverwinter. I've been playing it since 2016. And I will not expect anything to benefit us that come from the devs that does not fill their pockets. If that happens, that's another thing, and I will praise them beyond all else if they actually try to help us out. But the recent update with the enchantments screwed us. Didn't screw me because I have mythic insignias, but now I've got no mythic insignias. But for the newer people, pretty much screwed them. The people with AD don't care. They'll just keep spending their AD that they've made. I mean, they've made the AD, they can spend it on whatever, that's fine. But they are basically alienating a lot of players with all these changes. So, most decisions Cryptic make is gonna be to fill their pockets. Is this new director going to be any different? I hope so. I hope he takes the players' opinions into consideration. The preview server, I think, is going to be an awesome thing if it comes to console. And I really hope that they actually go through and do that. But yeah, guys, as I said, in the comment section below, let me know what you guys think about this idea for a training queue. The people training for Crown of Caldegon right now, I think it'll be nice if, you know, they weren't wasting scrolls, or they weren't, because you have to buy them again. That's the whole point of the preview server on PC. They get to train on the preview server and it's all free. They don't have to buy anything. So yeah, that's just my opinion on where I am on how the developers can actually help its player base. But yeah, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new and you want to make your way back to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.